Well, here we are. It's April 25th, and we are about to start another maintenance day. Chris and Henrik are supposed to show up, but I think it might just be Henrik and I. And hopefully this will be the last day of this, because this will be, you know, almost 4 full days of maintenance we've been doing here on all of our bikes. But I guess you can't take a bike and beat the crap out of it for 3 years and not have to spend a little time fixing it up, so well, let's get it done. Henrik has brought his trailer. He's that optimistic that he's taking the DR home today. So you brought a trailer?
My trailer is here.
You are that optimistic? You're leaving with a running motorcycle?
The DR will fly again today.
We remove the seal.
Yes.
Come on, you think that bearing needs to be changed? Okay, it doesn't rotate, but it looks pretty good.
It's a safety feature. You can't steal the bike. You can't roll it away.
I think it needs to be changed, Bill.
Okay.
So the yellow extension cord right there beside your bike.
We have
Changing another bearing.
3 bearings and 2 seals.
Yeah, that's kind of interesting. Why are there 3 bearings?
Jerking it off.
Yep. Coming. Yeah. Nice.
Doesn't smell so good.
It's because that's like swamp excrement that's been sealed in there. Come on, that's perfectly good. Just pop her back in. Give her. There's no circlip that has to come out?
Where do you find the circlip?
Is that a circlip? Where's that scratchy screwdriver? More heat.
Yeah, we should do this every year, huh?
Are you sure the other one doesn't fit? I'm sure the other bearing color will fit. There's no circlip in there? No?
Rust.
It's rust?
Alright.
Let's try the other bearing color. This one's so loose. We gotta be able to put the other one in.
Good?
Give her, Bill. Coming. Baby. It's perfectly good. Just pop her back in. Look, you got a nice collection going over
There
here.
are balls in it. It's good. Look, I can see the balls in it.
Look, the spacer's perfect. Bearings are good. So here you see we've popped the seal with a little screwdriver, and now we're gonna pack this thing full of grease because, as you can see,
Listen, did your
it's pretty
bearings
empty.
look this bad?
Yeah,
They did?
yeah. So here you can see we've packed those babies full of grease, and we are just using this Bel-Ray stuff I got at the motorcycle shop. I don't know if it's the best, but it's grease. And now we pop the seals back in. That's it. Ready for the freezer. So today,
the thing is you will have to log into
I'm going to do my antifreeze. So the first thing we do is remove the seat, and then we got to remove this center panel. Now we're going to take off the right side panel. So the fiche says I got to clamp off this hose using one of these. So I got that pinched off. Now let's see what's next. Well, it looks like it wants me to remove this bolt and catch the fluid draining out, which I can't really do with my skid plate on. So I guess the skid plate is coming off. And now we can see this little pipe I've got to disconnect, and then we got to get ready to catch the fluid. Then we open the radiator cap. Come on. There we go. Let the rest of it drain out. And then the next thing we got to do is take the cap off the expansion tank and remove that clip again, that clamp. So I've loosened the cap on the expansion tank, and now I'm going to undo this clamp. And, oh, a little more. Now the last step is we have to pull out this drain plug, which I believe is right here. There's a drain plug here we got to remove. As you can see, my motor's nice and oily from a leaking valve cover gasket, but got to take this plug out. Now there's supposed to be a little sealing washer here too. Oh yeah, I see it. It's a long screw. Whoa! So as you can see, there's a little sealing washer on there, which I imagine you're supposed to replace, but I'll reuse this one. There we go. Now the coolant actually was nice and clean, it's just my bucket was dirty. So the fluid has drained out, so now we're going to connect our pipe back. There's an O-ring in there. I'm going to reuse the old one, so we're going to put that pipe back. Now the torque on these fasteners is really low, so we're at 12 Newton meters here, and we'll tighten it up. Now we're going to put in our drain plug here with its little washer, and that gets torqued to 10 Newton meters. Well, now we got to fill this thing up, so we're supposed to fill it up to the neck of in the rad here. I measured how much fluid I took out. It was only 1.1 liters. I think the system's supposed to hold 1.6, so I don't know where the rest is, but we're going to refill it. Now, if you follow this hose from the radiator to the water pump, this top screw in the water pump is actually a bleed screw. So I loosened that, and as I was filling this, I waited until the air stopped coming out of here. When I saw a solid stream of coolant, then I put the plug back in. Now BMW calls for a special tool to pressurize the system, and I don't have a special tool. So I'm just going to let the bike idle, and as it's idling, I'm going to just keep topping it up. Henrik, what are you doing, Bill?
I am preheating the front wheel hub of the Mighty DR to 100 degrees Celsius.
Woo!
As you can see, bearings were removed.
Nice.
We're going to put in new bearings, and the spacer is not rusty. The front wheel spacer.
Nice.
But this is the rear. Looks good, eh?
Sweet. Get her done, Bill. I've been letting it idle for a while, and the level has dropped way down in the rad, so I'm going to top it up. Whoa! Making a mess.
Riley, there a part that has to be 100?
Now I guess the thermostat's open because it's circulating and it keeps dropping. So I'm going to keep adding. Meanwhile, what's the temperature, Bill?
90.
Almost. Henrik has gone to get the bearings out of the freezer.
Frost bearing.
All right, Bill, hold on, let me get out of here. Hold it, drop it in. It's gonna need some love. Get a hammer, Bill, it ain't going in. Hit it. Oh, it's going in crooked, give it a whack. That is not going in, Bill. It ain't going in.
Well, it's crooked. It's very crooked,
Crooked,
now.
but still. As soon as the fan came on, the level in the radiator just dropped. So I'm going to top it up. Ugh. Mm. 65, 64, 70, 90, 50, 40. Interesting. Now they say to top the coolant tank here up to the max mark. I don't see any writing, but I think this is minimum. I think that's max. So I'm gonna put a little more in there and then I'm done. Hold on, hold on. Drop her in. Oh! Like butter. Give it a smack.
That went in, dude.
One love tap.
Smokes, man.
So,
That's in. That's in.
beer time?
Yes, I would say yes. And then, chain on the DR. And before I change the oil, we'll make sure that all of our work
It
bear
runs.
fruit. And it runs.
Meanwhile, over at the 800, since I have the body panels off, I've decided to do a little engine cleaning since I have this nasty oil leak, and I'm going to change that gasket, but for now I'm just going to give the engine a little scrub.
Right?
Henrik,
Yeah.
what happened?
We cut the chain. I did.
Now we know there's two ways to make the chain the same length as the old chain. You can lay them out on the ground, and as we can see here, they're the same length, or you can do math. You can do math, in which case you cut the chain too short. How much too short was it? Was
7.
it this much too short?
Yeah.
But the DR is all together. We're moments away from seeing if it will start. We got the new front wheel bearings, new rear wheel bearings, new cush drive bearings, new rear sprocket, new front sprocket, new chain guard thing, new chain slidery thing, of course the brand new mega carburetor, new petcock, new air filter. We've cut the air box. Henrik's got his used Corbin seat. We have pepperoni. So we're gonna put some gas in it and we're gonna see if it goes.
Fuck, free pepperoni.
Oh, free pepperoni. Now if you store your jerry cans in the back of your truck and they fall over, whoo, you can have a little bit of a gas fume. I'm sure that's perfectly safe. I wouldn't worry about it. You have both of these the same?
Yeah.
Well, let's take the one that's leaking. Ugh. Here we see Henrik putting the gas that did not spill into the back of his truck. He only lost a couple of liters. It's now going into the mighty DR's massive tank. Ooh, we're only up to here, Bill.
The mighty DR's massive tank has saved your bacon
Once. How many times have I saved the DR's bacon?
Well. Alright.
Let's light this candle. Hold on, should I close the garage door? The fireball doesn't go into the house.
Let's see, dude.
Turn
Okay.
petcock on.
Petcock.
Is it leaking?
Yeah.
No?
Petcock is now on, dude.
On? That's the arrow.
Yeah.
So the arrow is pointing to on. We're good. Key. Is the battery dead? Neutral.
Neutral.
Wow. It started in 1 second. Henrik, what say ye?
That's pretty neat.
That is sweet. Nice. Check for leakage. That little Makuni.
That's not bad.
Sounds different.
Didn't even take choke, which means it's probably too rich.
Too bad we don't have a chain. We could go for a ride.
We do have a chain.
Yeah. We could put the old one back on. Kill it!
Fuck, man, that fired right up.
That fired up better than it normally does, which means it's actually started. You see this little spacer? Woo! The reason we're taking the swing arm off again is because when Joe helped me put it back on in a rush, we never noticed this spacer fell off. So now we're taking the swing arm off again to put this back. Isn't that fun, Henrik?
Yes, it's good. Since I cut my change short today, I've nothing better to do anyhow, so...
Well, let's get it done, Bill!
We may as well.
All right. We have put the little spacer back on. Now we gotta... Now that took us... How many minutes to take the swing arm off?
10 minutes.
Not even.
Not even.
So, once again, the second time, you may never forget the first time.
That's
But the
right.
second time is always better.
It's just like with chains.
100 Newton meters, Bill! Give her.
Oh! Oh!
Oh.
Oh!
Good.
No.
Give her. There. What does it say? 99.5
It's good, dude.
when the wheel comes off. Well, we got the F800 buttoned up, changed the coolant, changed the oil filter, and took the swing arm off again. And this time we put it on right. And Henrik left with the mighty DR.